Hey, what's up, fellow YouTubers? So Trigger Tickle be here, back again with another YouTube video. So on this one, I'm going to do a quick run through of Giants b10, and I'm going to give you some ideas on what type of team builds work best for it, and just the general mechanics of it. If you want to go through, I'll give you a walkthrough of it. I will put an annotation right here where you can skip ahead and just go to the team builds and which monsters work best. So let's go ahead and just do a quick run through of Giants. Alright. So here we are. And I'm going to show you the team that I use for it. It's a bit slow right now. I need to get some better runes, clearly, but whatever. This is a typical safe team that I normally use. I do have a little bit quicker one where I use Orochi. It goes a lot faster. But I'm just going to do a safe build. I want to show you guys how to just do it safely. Alright, so main thing on these trash mobs right here. You need something that can stun. So, because what's going to happen is the two, you can see it right here. These guys right here, the two crystals on the sides, are going to, they can give a defense debuff, so they can cause some damage on that. So I'll just show you. Actually, I'm just gonna attack this guy. I'm gonna let that guy attack and just show you what they can do. Because that's the best way to learn, is by watching. Alright. Well, I was wrong. They don't do a defense break, they do a slow. So not as bad, but they do attack everybody at once. The middle guys, the golems, can freeze, which takes up your turns, so that can be a bit nasty. And then I'm just going to skip ahead to the next wave, which will be the boss wave from here. Alrighty, so we're at the mini-boss stage. So, on this stage, same thing. The two golems on each side, they can freeze, which is annoying. And they can do an AoE attack to you guys. The main boss right here, so he attacks all enemies at once. He deals damage proportionate to his defense. And he can freeze, so he also has a freeze. His first skill right here has a 25% chance to stun, and it can also taunt, which the taunt hardly ever happens. I don't think I've ever actually seen it happen in a long time, but I don't really watch my runs because it's auto. So that does it according to his defense, and barrier reduces incoming damage by 40% when your HP falls below 50%. A way around that is dots. Dots completely ignore that passive, and they immediately do 5% of total health. The only bad thing about this guy is his resistance is very high. So honestly, if you can beat this guy, he's not that hard to get past. So I'm just going to go ahead and auto this, and I'm going to show you how it does it. Unlike with dragons, where you have to get past the mini-boss because the mini-boss is completely, he's a dick. This one isn't too bad. It allows for some error, and it gives you a little bit of leniency. So as long as you have a pretty solid team, it's not that hard to get past. So I'm just going to show you how it gets past it real quick. And actually, I'm just going to jump ahead to the boss because you pretty much see what happens here. So the next phase, it's also a trash mob, so nothing real big. So let's just go to the boss real quick. Alrighty, so we're at the boss stage. So I'm just going to go over the quick mechanics on this guy. So two towers, like Lord of the Rings. The tower on the left increases the boss's attack power for 3 turns. Tower on the right decreases the defense of all enemies for 2 turns. So you have him attack buffed and you are defense braked at the same time, somebody on your team's gonna fucking die. So that's a pretty big issue. I'm going to go ahead and just do this straight to boss because my team's capable of doing it, and I kind of want you to watch the mechanics of how my guys function on this. Also, the boss, he causes a rock slide, attacks all enemies, blah 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 blah. And it does have a chance to stun. Great Earthquake causes an earthquake to inflict great damage to all enemies, also reducing their attack speed for 3 turns. So it's a slow, and it's also a stun. So slow and a stun is his 2 skills. This little counter right here, every time you attack him, that goes up by 1, and when it reaches 7, he will counterattack whoever attacked him last. So that can be a little bit bad, but we'll just get into this. Okay, so he's already having defense broken, and he has his attack reduced, so that's good. And then what Shannon does is can slow him down, which of course Shannon doesn't hit him. And actually, I'm just going to auto this. So actually, no, I want to show you what it does. So see, Veramos removed the defense break there, so our guys aren't defense broken. And what Bernard did, Bernard actually used that right there to reduce attack power. So that's why he has attack power, and now we can speed up. And yes, I'm attacking the boss. I know if I was manually this, whatever. I'm doing it like I was just pushing the auto button. So see, that right there. He's attack has gone down. Shannon uses her buff, increases our defense, so it barely even touches us. So that's why Shannon's awesome on this team. Especially if you're trying to run just like a sustainable team that's like more cautious. It'll be slower at first, but at least you'll be able to do it. So see, body slam brings his attack and defense down, both at the same time. The sword comes up, Bella can remove it. Of course he doesn't, right when I need him to for this video. And then also Shannon's first attack. Why aren't any of these people hitting? I swear, I have really good accuracy on these guys too. This is, wow. This is ridiculous. I don't know why. Whatever. Alright, so... And of course I have an Archangel. You guys probably don't have it. His first skill does the same work and remove the buffs. So I know you guys don't have it. I will speak about that here in a minute on replacements for him. And what Vero does is he just puts dots on him, so it helps. And then what you can do is decelerate, so it just slows him down. And then, oh, look at that, Bernard, speed up. So he's slowed and you're sped up. So basically you can get maybe like 2 turns before he attacks, which is amazing. And you can also slow down the towers. That's why Shannon's awesome on this, because she slows down. And it's her turn again. That right there attacks the enemy with a 50 energy ball. The attack has a 50% chance of increasing the enemy's chance to land a glancing hit. What that means is it basically just it does, I think it's 40% less damage, and it has a less chance of hitting, or it doesn't hit for a critical. So it's because it's glancing. Applies. Stack the dots, because again, each dot that you push is 5% total health. So right there, that's 3 dots. That's 15% of the giant's health. And it just goes down at once. And then right here, I'm defense broken, but boom, I got a defense, and those two equal out. So if you have a defense break, but you also have a defense buff, it's like you didn't have either of them. But since he has an attack buff, that could be bad. So we'll take that off. See, barely even does anything, because he's also attack broken too, and we have a defense on us, so it's great. And then slow him down some more. And then I think you get the general concept, so we're just going to go ahead and auto through the rest of this, and I'll let you guys watch it. See, right there, boom, almost all of his health down. And he's dead. Okay, now he's dead. Alright, let's see what we get here. And then we'll hop right back over and I'll talk about the different type of monsters you can use for him. So, oops, shitty rune, 4-star. No, I don't want to replay. Alright, so who should you use for a Giants team? At least the first go around for it. Shannon. Get a Shannon. They're 2-star. You probably pulled like 100 of them by this point in the game, just from on scrolls. Keep your Shannon, obviously. They're amazing, and they're super easy to skill up. Her first skill, glancing hit, can reduce damage. Excuse me. Second skill brings down the enemy's speed, and it's an AoE attack as well. And third skill, it's attack power and defense buff to you. All around awesome. I have a rune Despair Focus. As you can, if you saw earlier, like when she uses her AoE, she might have stunned a couple, because that definitely helps with your survivability if you have some of the trash waves stunned, so that definitely helps for it. If you can't get good Despair runes right now, try doing Energy Focus. Or Swift Focus actually would probably be better. Swift Focus or Swift Energy is also good. And don't be afraid to use broken sets, but however you can get, and this is how you should be focusing on her stats. You want to try to get her to at least 14,000 HP, otherwise she's just going to die. That's why I 6-starred her, just because I was having trouble with running her just because she died so often. So shoot for around 14,000 HP, the better, the more the better, obviously. The second one of the other most important stats you want on her would be speed. I would shoot for right around 140 is good. I have her around 153? Yeah, 153. So like 130, 140 is right where you want her, at least just for giants. And then I would shoot for accuracy. Mine needs a lot more accuracy on it. Shoot for at least 60%, and try to do that with substats. So those are the main stats you want to focus on. So where do you want this at? Well, if you had Swift on her, you probably wouldn't need speed there. I have speed on there because I don't have the Swift set. So if you had, say if you're going Swift and you're getting that Swift bonus from the set stat, you can do HP there. That would help with survivability. You want HP there, obviously, regardless of what set you're going with, because there's nothing else that really should go in there. Don't ruin her with defense because her HP is so low, it's not going to help you out that much. And in here, I would go with accuracy, or if you're able to get at least 60% accuracy from substats, you can put HP there. So just look at it that way when you're ruining her. Next monster that I say that is pivotal for you to get, and honestly he's not that hard to do. You can do him on Sundays. It took me like 2 weeks to get him, so you should probably be able to get him a little bit quicker. b10. He's awesome. That's pretty much it. He's great for every aspect of the game. He'll help you out besides just with giants. You can put him on a dragon's team. He helps in TOA. He's great for arena. Just get your freaking b10. He's not that hard to do, and he's awesome. So again, with him, he applies a defense break as his first skill, and it does it at 100%. Now, accuracy and resistance still comes into effect on that, but it's 100% guaranteed that it'll proc, and then the opponent has a chance to resist it. So that's an awesome first skill right there. Second skill can remove buffs. So as you saw, that helped with removing the buff from the giant, his attack buff. And then his third one's it's an AoE heal and an attack bar increase. So you're going to go faster, get another turn, and it's going to heal you. So yeah, just get him. I recommend him on all giants teams. And honestly, I'm not going to recommend a replacement for him, because like I said, he's not that hard to get, so just get him. And then how should you rune him? As you can see, I did have him runed with violent, but the violent runes were just terrible on him, and Swift gets him faster. So first and most important thing with b10 is speed. You want him to be incredibly fast. Mine's a bit lacking, but 160 is not bad. Where do you need him at, though? I would try to shoot with at least 135 and above for speed. Preferably go as high as you can, like 160 would be great. If you can do him with violent, do at least 130 speed, and that's perfect. That's the best way for at least a giants team. So if you can do violent, try to get 130 speed. If you can't do violent, try to shoot upwards of 140, 150 speed with Swift stat. What could you do as a subset? You could do energy, or you could do guard, but I would prefer having higher HP. And with HP, again, try to shoot with 15 to 17k. You can do it with 15, but again, obviously the higher HP you have, the better. So after speed, shoot with either HP or accuracy. You do need to have accuracy on him, and again, preferably shoot for 60%, because his second one, the skill, the buff remover, And the first skill too, with the defense break, the boss and other monsters do have a chance of resisting it, so try to get his accuracy a little bit higher. So yeah, that's how you should rune him. Another monster you can go with Veramos and make him your top priority. Second top. You need a really good farmer if you're just starting out, but try to make Veramos Fusion one of your top priorities, because Veramos is going to be a game changer for you in other places besides just giants. You can use him in all parts of the game. You can use him in TOA, you can use him in Arena, you can use him in giants, you can use him in dragons. He's very versatile, so try to get him. Obviously, first skill right here applies dots, so right there's your dot monster. I mean, it's not a ton of them, but it does have a very high chance of doing it every turn. So it's a 50% chance start out, but once you get him fully skilled, it'll go up to, what is it, 75% chance, so it's not a bad chance rate. His second skill is a stun, and that's, what is it, 30, 40, 50, 60? The 60% stun rate, so it's AoE, so that right there is awesome. And then third skill, removes harmful effects. One harmful effect every time he gets a turn on all of your allies, which is awesome. So if you got defense broke by the boss, it's his turn, boop, defense break is gone. So definitely try to make him a priority. If you can't get him though, because you want to have at least one cleanser on your team, you can go with Konamiya, would be great. Konamiya is going to be pretty damn slow. Let's go back to Veramos real quick. So how should you run Veramos? You want him to be as fast as freaking possible, because his first skill is based upon his speed. So make speed a primary goal. Go with Swift, because if you can't get it with Violent, ultimately in game you want him with Violent with really high speed, but try to pump him as full of as fast as you can get him with Swift set. Again, 150 is probably what you can shoot for if you're just starting out with giants. I did him with that. I had him around 120 speed with a Violent set. I mean, obviously it's Violent, but 120 speed is really slow. So 140 with Swift, yeah, probably do it. And then secondary, shoot for HP. And then third, accuracy. And you want him to be around at least, again, all of your teammates try to shoot that are based on debuffers or dots or whatever. For giants, at least shoot for about 60 accuracy. So then, yeah, you could replace him with Konamiya, which first one is a chance to stun. So right there, it's a single target stun, but it's not bad. That skill right there is awesome. Resurge. Gives somebody else another turn, and it increases their attack buff, so that's a pretty good skill. And his third one is removes all harmful effects first and then heals. Fully skilled up, it's 25, 35, 45, 55. It's a 55% heal, so it's a really good heal. If you do run with a Konamiya, it's going to be a really slow team, but it'll be survivable. And when you're just starting to do Giants b10, you want a survivable team. So you can go with Konamiya for a replacement for Vero. Who else could we go with here that I have? Bernard. I almost think that Bernard is obligatory, necessary, needed, has to have, whatever the word is. You can change and find somebody else to get him, but he's awesome, especially paired with Shannon. And he's not that hard to get either or skill up, so I say get one and run him with Shannon. Just pair him with Shannon. Because that third skill right there that he has, it increases all of your attack bars. And give me a second, my mouth is dry. I'm sorry. Excuse me. So his third skill, it increases the attack speed of all of your monsters, and paired with Shannon, she slows all of them, and he speeds your team up, so you're going to be getting a lot of turns with that. So they are a great combo, so try to do that. It shouldn't, like I said, it shouldn't be all that hard for you to do that. It might take you a little bit of time to farm him, but if you run to more desert, you're eventually going to get one. And like I said, they're pretty easy to skill up. So get your Bernard and your Shannon. I say that those are necessary for the team that you want to build for your first beginner Giants team. Do Shannon and Bernard. They're needed. You need them. And then you can build around that. So get those two. So Bernard and Shannon. Next, I would go with the Bella Dion. If you can't get Bella Dion, you could probably replace him again with Konamiya. Or if you need a healer and you don't have Bella, you can go with this 2-star right here, the Yeti, which, let's see if I can find him where he's 3-starred here. There we are. So Rakaja, his first one, so has a 50% chance to increase the enemy's attack speed. So again, it's kind of like Shannon. Attacks enemy 2 times and stuns for 1 turn. So it's another stun, so that's great. And third, recovers the HP of all allies in proportion to the number of surviving allies. So as long as your team's still alive, that skill's not bad. I've never really messed around with him, but I've heard really good things with him. So if you can't get Bella and you need a heal, you can use Rakaja, and he's not that hard to get. You're probably going to pull a ton of them from Unknown Scrolls eventually. So that's one thing you can do. I would not make him a 6-star. Because he gets pretty useless towards mid-game or mid-late game. So you're going to replace this guy with Bella, and Bella's going to be way better in the rest of the game. So don't really need him. Who else could you use as a heal in place of Bella? Not sure if this would work because I've never done it, but I imagine it would. If I can find the dumb thing. Lulu. First skill, attacks the target enemy and increases your attack bar, so it increases her. Paired with Shannon, he's going to get more turns because of that, and paired with Bernard, he's going to get even more turns with that. His second, recovers a target's ally and your own by 20% and removes the harmful effects on the allies, so right there's a cleanser. Also, I do believe the 20% goes up, I think, maybe to 50% once you get him max skilled. And then third, removes 2 harmful effects of all allies. So you don't really need it any more than that with a Giants team because there's not going to be more than, I think, maybe 2 debuffs at a time. So that's awesome. And again, I think that goes up to 50% for a heal. So yeah, Lulu's not hard to get. It's a 2-star. You're going to pull a ton of them, like, again, from Unknown Scrolls, and they're super easy to skill up. So that could be another monster you could to replace your Bella with for a heal. If you manage to pull one, Megan. Megan has her uses. Yeah, you could. I actually have a team that can use a Megan and doesn't have a Veramoss in it, so Megan's not bad. First one gives it has a dot on it. Second one removes the enemy's. It can remove the Giant's sword thingy, and it prevents it from getting another buff for another turn. And the third skill, it's an attack bar increase, so you're going to go faster, and it also gives an attack power and defense buff to all your guys. So if you run her with Shannon though, it's going to that buff right there. It's kind of like an over buff. It doesn't really do anything at that point, and doesn't really have a leader skill. So if you happen to pull one, you can use Megan. You can put her in there. It will work. It'll be slow though, and it's kind of doesn't really make any sense to do that with her third skill there. But yes, you can use one. So if you have it. I know some people that do the Warbear. That's a very early team. You definitely can use the Warbear as like a main guy for damage, but it's going to be very slow, your team. And honestly, he's not the best one to put in for it. I've heard this guy's not bad. I don't know anything about it, so if you want to research it, I'm sure there's some information out there, so you can look into the Water Viking. I'm sorry, not Wind Viking, but I don't know anything about it, so I'm not going to give you advice on it, because I don't know. I just heard that's good. If you happen to pull a 4-star, Delphoy. Delphoy's awesome. the Wind Undine, or Undine, or Udug. So that one, if it's a critical when she's awakened, it slows the enemy, I think. Inflicts damage with a strong, puts the target's enemies on. It's cool. Okay. So yeah, just... Why can't I talk? I'm sorry. And then third one right here. Removes all harmful effects from all of your party members. And it also does a recovery. And it also grants you immunity, so you're not going to get that defense break if she uses it. So that's also a pretty good solid monster to put in for, say, instead of like a cleanser such as Konamiya, you can put her in instead. So if you happen to pull her, again, it's a 4-star, so you might not get it. I'm gonna do 2 more. You can do Orochi if you pull him, because he's probably the best dot monster in the game. Again, I'm not going to focus on that because they're hard to pull. It took me forever to finally get one. Excuse me, I'm sorry guys. Who else in the wind monsters could you pull? The wind elemental. Where are you? 3. I want to show you. Yeah. So his first attack inflicts continuous damage, so right there's your daughter. Increases your attack power and critical rate for 2 turns. Additionally, your attack bar increases, so that's just for him, I do believe. But it makes him go faster, and it increases attack power and critical rate. So that's definitely a damage dealer. He also has wind attribute advantage against the Giant's b10 since it's water. And then third, inflicts deep wound to target, so leaving 2 continuous damage. So again, continuous damage. So right there, that will be a great dot dealer to the boss, because dots definitely help bring him down a lot quicker. That was the best thing, so. Andril? I don't know. He might be okay. Attacks an enemy with a strong squishing blow. On critical hit, this attack will increase your attack bar. So attacks with reduces their attack power after turns. Percent chance. Maximum opponent around the hatred and reduces the yeah, this guy would definitely be good if you manage to pull him. He's a 3-star, so that right there reduces the boss's attack power. He's also probably going to be really good for trash mobs. And the third skill right there reduces the Giant's attack bar to 0. So if you have him paired with Shannon and Bernard, your team's going to go faster. You're going to slow the boss down. When he gets higher, he's going to use that, boom, back down to 0, and he's going to go slower even more. So that'd be a great combination to look at. So yeah, those are pretty much it for the wind monsters, so that gives you some ideas on what to do with that. So there, okay, so we're going to build that team. So you have a Shannon, Bernard, boom, there's your 2. Your third one you can go with like Barkaja, you can go with Lulu, or preferably go with Veladion. So right there is your slot 3 taken up. So what do we got there? We got 2 supports that increase your defensive attack, increase your speed, and decreases the enemy's speed and attack and defense. Right there, 3 monsters. That's all you have. 3 monsters, and you just did that much crap to the enemy. So then what do you want to fill up the other 2? Well, again, I would go with Veramos would be your 4th option, or you can throw something else in that like stuns, like a mass stun. Or again, you can go with another healer, which might be pretty good. So maybe throw in Konamiya. And then your 5th slot, after you have all your supports done, and your buffers and defense buffers and whatever, throw in an attack monster. The one I showed you, I didn't really have one because I had dots, and dots take it down, but with that one you can throw in, say, like the Wind Inferno or the Wind Elemental, and that'll help with the attack. So damage dealer with that, and those 2 are really easy to get. Or if you're able to fuse him, go with this guy, the Wind Phoenix, or Water Phoenix Sigmaris, because his 3rd skill gives you 44% HP in the dungeons, and his 3rd skill right here reduces It reduces the enemy's attack, and also it's based upon the like the boss's HP, is how much damage you're going to do. Also, the second skill right here is a freeze, so that's crowd control, and first skill is a stun, which is also crowd control. So if you can fuse him, I would go with him second. Focus on fusing Veramos first, and then focus on Sigmaris second. That's pretty much. Oh yeah, Amun. You can get Amun. I'm not a big fan of Amun. I know a lot of people are. I think if you're just starting to do giants, you're not going to be able to make him shine. He's a great monster, don't get me wrong, but you need really good runes on him. And for some people, they're just not able to get that 100% crit rate. And yeah. Now, he does provide continuous overall heal, obviously because of that. Every time he hits for a crit, it does 12% heal to all of your team based upon his HP. So he can do like 3,500 right now. A heal every time he gets to go. But Bella, I feel, right now outshines him because Bella does a percentage of what my monsters are over Amun. So you can throw Amun in if you'd like. It would work. I don't recommend it because I'm not a big fan of him. But yeah, that's pretty much all that you need to know for Giants B10 right now. If you have any questions, just shoot me an email. It's right up there in that corner. Yeah, go ahead and just shoot me an email or leave a comment down below. I try to answer everybody's questions. So that's pretty much it. I hope this was helpful. And hit the like, comment, subscribe button. It definitely helps. So you guys have a great day. Trigger Tickle out.